segment of the show. I wanted to I talked last week, but when I was by myself about CWClight, the website. Do you know what that is actually?
No, I don't.
So Chris Chan has a website now.
Oh.
Called CWClight.
Wait, they just made it?
Exactly, yeah. It was like a little while ago now, but so let me find. So first of all, it's not even. It used to be the top result was the quickie page about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the actual website, which is good.
Oh wow.
The domain is officialsonitude.com for all those who are like,
Yeah.
looking for some I almost said minion again, for some Sonichu related apparel. And
that would be fun to mention.
Yeah.
Is that I met Chris Chan.
Oh yeah, that's another. You should tell this story now that we're on the subject.
Yeah.
So tell us how you met. Well, first of all, shout out to another guy. We have Jack's actually a celebrity because he was on Kopitz's YouTube channel quite a few times. You want to kind of talk about. You can talk about Kopitz as well if you
No,
want.
yeah, my boy, probably my best friend back in Virginia, Kopitz.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with him, and he made a very popular video with Chris Chan, ghost hunting with Chris Chan.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a popular video. But I've always been friends with him, and I was friends with him while he was making it and all that, and while his channel was blowing up. But he had this other idea. This was like right after high school, where it was going to the zoo with Chris Chan.
Mm-hmm.
And I joined him for that, and I was in the video, but the video never came out. He never finished it. I think something with the audio happened, but
Right.
But I got to meet Chris Chan, so I could give some firsthand experienced opinions on this here.
That was one of the first things we connected about.
Oh yeah, because you're obsessed.
Because I've never been to. I've been to 3 states at that point. I've been to more now at the point in my life. Or no, 4. Washington, which I live, Oregon, where I used to live, California, and Idaho, and that was it. And so I didn't know there was an East Coast until relatively recently. So I've not really been to a lot of states. I almost went to Florida, so I was going to visit a lot of states, but then COVID happened, and that kind of canceled that. But so all I know about Virginia is like what Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, and then Chris Chan's from there.
And then Ruckersville.
And so Jack, we were in the car. Like the first day we met, we were in his car. We were in Penny, and that sounded really bad, but you know what I mean.
No, yeah, we were in Penny together.
Yeah, we were in Penny together.
Yeah.
And he was talking about Virginia a little bit, and I just asked, hey, just as a question, you ever been to Ruckersville, Virginia?
And I knew exactly what you meant.
And
there's no other reason you're talking
I
about
thought for
Ruckersville.
sure he didn't know who Chris Chan was because he didn't. He is saying, I believe that he knew where I was going with that, but he didn't like show it in his face. Like you just said something like maybe you remember better than me, so correct me if I'm wrong here. But you just said like, oh yeah, I've been to Ruckersville before. Yeah, it's like a nice place or whatever, or something like that. Like, did you say something different than that?
Well, I definitely didn't say it was a nice place. I mean, it's kind of like a country town. I mean, it's not that bad, but there's nothing really that notable there other than Chris Chan.
Bandon's kind of like which is where I was originally from, like a Oregon version of that. It's not like a super nice town either. So I get what you're saying, but. And then I asked, okay, I bring that up because I want to know, do you know who Chris Chan is? And then he looks, you can't see it because it's the radio, but he turns to me, he's like, he knows exactly what, and then you tell me how you've met Chris Chan.
I got the photo. We were.
Yeah.
It was quite the experience.
He has a photo with Chris Chan. And I'm just going to say, because I did this, I said, like, Chris Chan, I think I said Sheev for Chris Chan's pronoun, but Chris Chan goes by all sometimes I say he, sometimes I say she, because it used to be she's trans, and she went by Christine, and she went by she, her pronoun.
Yeah, so I met Christine. Yeah,
but then I changed it because she's like Jesus now, like Jesus the reincarnation, and she said you can call me whatever because Jesus was used
transcends
male I see. So just use whatever you're most comfortable with, which is cool.
No, yeah, but it was quite interesting. I took a photo. We got to know each other, and they gifted me a crystal actually that they bought at the zoo.
Right.
Yeah, it was the craziest experience where they gifted me that, and I like held on to it for the car ride home. Mm-hmm. But something happened. We were just sitting on the car ride home, and Kobe was like, "Hey, do you think like Jack could be transcended to Quickville, like that whole lore?" Mm-hmm. And Christine was like, "Yeah." We can meditate right now, and so I like meditated in the back of the car with Christian, and I was sent there, and at one point Kobitz was like, is he there? Do you see him? And Christian was like, yeah, he's there. But what's crazy is after that car ride, I get out of the car, the crystal is nowhere to be found. It
Bro.
was gone. I searched that car for like 20 minutes. I wanted that crystal so bad. It was gone. And so maybe it took that crystal energy to get there.
Yeah. I mean, that's
You know?
it's like the Polar Express when the ticket like falls out.
Yeah, yeah,
But you
just
never,
like
Christiane was a bit preoccupied with the law before she could send it back to you.
Oh
Unfortunately.
yeah, that was before all that, by the way. Let me disclose
Yeah,
that.
that was all
I had
before
no
that.
idea.
Yeah, like clearly we would not like associate with Christiane.
Yeah,
if, like,
no.
Well, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I still would, but not like But I don't mean like associate. Like,
No,
yeah, this is my like because Christiane had it all going on in like 2019. Everyone because like a lot of YouTubers would go in to film videos with her and all that, and she had it all going on, and now
Yeah.
it's like.
I
No,
don't.
so I never would in terms of like that, like filming a video with, or like kind of like glorifying her. Quote. I mean, I know you guys aren't like you're not like unironically like this is like a great person or whatever. But, like
No.
filming videos with her, like having some fun. Like I wouldn't do that now because of everything that's going on, but I would like take a photo,
Interact. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't obviously don't say it. I know you wouldn't. Don't say it on the air, but you got Christiane's phone number right at the time, right?
Yes. Yeah. Christian gave me their contact info. Christine gave me their contact information and said, if I need anything, just call. Because it was like that meditative thing. It was nice. Like I kind of enjoyed it.
I mean, it seems fun.
We made friends. I never called.
It's like when the Beatles met what's his face, the Maharishi or whatever in India. He taught him how to meditate.
Yeah, it was just like that.
And he had problems. He had problems too, and that's why they could never go back. So that's. So I do believe you kind of went to like another place of being, and during that meditation.
Yeah, I transcended. I went to Quickville.
Yeah, transcendentational meditation, whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That hippie crap. So now, I bring that up because you have some experience with Christian, more than me, honestly. And I mean, maybe I think about Christian more on a daily basis than you do, but that's about it. So this website, I love this website. First of all, it looks, kind of. It actually looks kind of good if we're gonna be.
It's well made.
It's kind of fire because if you look at Christian's websites before, like the Wikipedia, that was like it looks straight from like 2003, and it was like 2010 or something.
Yeah. Do you think they made it, or do you think they?
Christian did not make this. I'm pretty sure it was made by like that group, like Prater or whatever, however you say it. I'm pretty sure most people kind of.
Wait, like fans or trolls?
They're like the group that's like housing Christian right now, I think. So they're like fans / trolls, whatever you want to call. I love this like photo of Christian like in front of the galaxy.
Yeah, doing a Jesus pose.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Welcome to my store. They have this thing where it's like cycling of quotes. Welcome to my store. Buy a medallion. All right. Stay on light-powered paths and choices. All right. Zap to the extreme. Okay. The true and honest website. And we're kind of mostly past. I'm not going to read all these. So I came here because I kind of reviewed the website on the last episode.
Yeah.
And I kind of came to the conclusion that this costs too much money, the stuff because it's mostly like a store. But
yeah,
I came back because I think I may use this to buy something. But something. What
are they selling? What?
So this is the main attraction, the Sonichu medallions. I am not buying these because they're $100, which is like
$100.
Well, first of all, this one is called official Christ Chan Sonichu medallion, and it's $40.
What's the difference between Sonichu and Christ Chan?
It's made by like an outside party, and they're just like official, quote unquote. And it's like I've said this on the show when I was kind of reviewing it, and the problem is like. The expression looks too nervous, kind of, and like the feelers or whatever you want to call off here are a bit too like ovoid.
It's too good, you want that grit.
Yeah. So here's the thing: these two are okay, but the thing is,
what the normal medallions?
Yeah, I mean, okay, if we're gonna be technical, these probably like look better, but like they're not. I'm not buying a Sonichu medallion because I care about the quality. So, but the thing is, I think this one's smaller, or no, actually they look about the same size. But this one is $100 because it has a stone in the back of it. This one is just a signature. So if I was gonna buy a medallion, I'd buy this one. Although, actually, well, if we have enough time at the end, actually, I found another way to get a medallion that's even better. But that's not what I'm not gonna buy one of these because they're like like $100. Like they were like $50 when Christian was in jail, and at the time I thought that was steep even then. But I thought maybe I'll buy one just because.
Just to have it.
Because I figured they're only gonna go. Well, I didn't at the time. I was like, if Christian does get out, because I think this was at the time where Christian got out, but before she like came back, I was like, these things are only going to decrease in value because there'll be more of them. Because those other ones were like, she made all these and saved them, and we're selling them now because like we got to make money.
Yeah.
And some people didn't believe it, but it's like these are the ones that are not made by Christian, so you kind of have to believe it because the other ones looked like these. So I thought it would be a good investment to buy one eventually, but no. Which we gotta make me think, not to get sidetracked, but do you think when Christian like dies, like the medallions are gonna go like Picasso's. They're gonna be like worth way more.
Yeah, it's an investment. You could make your money back and even more.
So I probably will buy one at some point. It's gonna be like not for like the second Beatles comparison in the last like 5 minutes, but it's gonna be like now. If you look it up, like like original pressings of like Beatles records are like some of the like they're like the number one selling records.
Yeah.
And then there's so many people who like try to like pass them off like, yeah, here's one, and it's like they're like obvious mistakes that like collectors can notice. It's gonna be like these are gonna be like the knockoffs people are gonna try to sell for like $1,000 and are just gonna completely go nowhere. But
well, they're like the most documented person on the internet. Like in terms of like what people know, like. Yeah, it's quite the cultural point.
There's more known about what Chris Chan self-pleasured to than George Washington, and that's kind of crazy, you know.
Wow.
But moving on, this is like the blog. We're not going to go into. This is the blog. We're not going to go into it.
Yeah.
Because it's not that important. But this one has 349 comments, and they're all gold. There's I'll just read the.
This is a blog.
Update. Okay, some of these are kind of messed up. There's Jule from Mr. Plush Gore, and then Pope Francis is quoting the Bible here. You know, it's pretty great.
Bible quotes.
Yeah, we're having like a prayer session in the Chris Chan comment section. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is my favorite stuff.
Whoa,
that's getting sold.
These are records?
Yeah. Backstreet 3-in-1 original CD burned and decorated by CWCSP for $85, which is kind of
wow,
a lot. And it's like I thought this was funny. I pointed out on the show because I think all these you can get somewhere else, but they're listed here for like way more. This is like the whole shop, I think, because Chris Chan like signed them or something.
So they're signed versions.
Yeah, of music she.
Well, maybe Chris Chan will become president, and all these items will go crazy.
She's eligible, you know. She's old enough.
Yeah.
Some of this is like.
What is that?
This is
a coat.
This.
No, to the right. What is that?
That is a melted Nathan Drake statue.
Wow.
And this is a melted werewolf on house.
Oh, is this because of the house fire?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Now this is the big item I really want: the first ever Sonic the Hedgehog drawing by Chris Chan.
How much is that?
$1,000.
Oh my god!
I'm not putting a mortgage on my house to buy the Chris Chan.
Yeah,
stuff.
you're gonna have to frame that.
But it's like this is funny. I point out this is a funny thing in Chris Chan lore because you know how she pepper sprayed a GameStop employee because the arms were blue.
Yeah.
And then you look at the drawing.
Oh my
goodness. And it's blue
goodness.
arm. And she was like 10 at the time or whatever, so it makes sense. But
before she was enlightened, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than I can draw now, so it's like kind of is. But it's like, bro, like I don't want to make a monthly payment like close to a car payment for a Chris Chan drawing.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned on the show if I had that money, I would buy this and frame it and like put it in the studio here. But no, I don't. And then of course the Dating for Dummies 3rd edition 2011 autograph guide.
Oh wow.
You know, for all those who need that.
Considering what happened, I don't think I want to take Chris Chan's dating advice.
Are you sure? So here's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, here's the Temple of Sonichu Sacred Rock.
You're just going through the whole shop here, man.
Yeah, well, it's over now. It's pretty much over. Because here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy. I'm thinking today maybe on the show because it'd be funny. I want to buy one of these like an autographed comic.
Wow. Okay.
And a bag of rocks.
Oh, like crystals.
Yeah, except for their.
Like what I got.
Let me read the description because it's pretty funny. These canvas sacks contain rocks and gravel handpicked by me from the old Sonichu her house, Sonichu Temple's driveway. Each bag also holds 1 to 2 crystal rocks from my collection for maximum blessing, as well as miscellaneous polished rocks and gravel. Each includes a signed certificate from me authenticating the bag is filled with not just driveway or flower gravel, but with my love and power.
Wow.
Badass. Let's go.
Do you want to get that? You want to get some rocks?
Yeah.
For how much?
$15.
$15 rock.
Or I can pay 4 interest-free installments. Oh, it's for over $50. I thought it was gonna be like $2.
$2 a month.
Yeah, I got a $2 a month payment on some rocks. And then this is like the most famous one, the Sonichu Issue 0. So here's the thing. I pulled it up on this computer, but I think I'm gonna do it on my because I really don't know if I want my like debit card information on the school computer. So this is gonna be kind of, but I think I'm gonna just do it right now.
You're not gonna get a medallion?
I don't want to spend the $100 on a medallion. Well, here's
come on.
I know there's cheaper versions, but I don't want to.
Yeah, but you got to get it authenticated.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
get the real deal.
Once I buy the medallion, because I need to wait for the Wi-Fi to load, and I want to go to my bank account to make sure there's sufficient funds for this.
To pay for your last $15 on a Chris Chan comic.
Yeah, I'm sorry, kids. We're not eating tonight. I spent my money on the Chris Chan
Your 8
medallion.
children, yeah, dude. You got mouths to feed.
Yeah, I know, and
You
it's
can't
like
be buying $15 rocks.
yeah, it's doing this stupid thing where I gotta turn it off and turn it back on, and it's like and
You know, this is the universe, giving you a sign here.
yeah, the universe like, oh, do you really want to? You could have spent this money on the minion blow up doll. Are you
On
sure
your
you
8
really
children.
Yeah.
Blow
Are you sure? Are you sure, man? And it's like,
Is the Minion blow up doll, does that come in like Kevin's size? Like what size is it?
I would say, well, if we're gonna be accurate, it would probably be like up to like what, 3 feet, because that's how tall they
I
are.
wonder if you can customize.
That would be nice, What if
That'd be much appreciated.
What if it's like, look, Kevin's the minion I'm most compatible with, but I'm not thinking about compatibility right now. I'm just thinking about like sex appeal,
Okay.
And then you're like, the Stewart one is kind of like,
When are you not?
yeah. I mean, I didn't have a question like that because I wanted to put a question of like, what do you find most physically attractive in the minion? But it's like, well, then it would be like for
Height.
Stewart, it would be like 2 eyes, because that's the one thing
Yeah,
that separates
2
him.
eyes, height.
Yeah. Oh, wait, Kevin has 2 eyes too. So
Oh, is that true?
yeah, Bob's the only one with 1 eye.
Ooh.
So what do you find most? Okay, so the question is, for Bob it would be 1 eye.
Yeah.
For Kevin it would be height, and then for
Yeah.
Stewart it would be like what does he
Yeah.
have going for him? Stewart is weird because he's supposed to be like the bad boy, and he looks the most like a nerd out of all of them. He like has the 2 eyes, which make him look like he has
Is
glasses.
that the one that got stuck in the vending machine?
He looks kind of like the one that got stuck in the vending machine. So it might have.
In the most recent movie.
That's the sad thing. They don't even honor the, how do you say, like legacy minions anymore. Like the minions, Kevin, Stewart, Bob. And that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that movie? Remember in Despicable Me 2 when they turned purple? That was cool.
Yeah, they were evil ones, right? I didn't
Yeah.
watch that one.
Yeah, Despicable Me 2. I said this in the segment last week, but that was the last one where they were like kind of trying to make the minions have a purpose to like be in the movie. Because now it's just like, well, we gotta give them something to do because it's like,
Yeah.
they're like the only reason people watch this crap. So we gotta give them something. So did you see? I mean, let me ask you while we're like doing the most boring part of the show, which is me just buying Sonichu merchandise, or like preparing my computer to buy it. Let me just ask, did you what did you think of the Minion subplot in Despicable Me 4? You think it was like funny, cool, interesting?
Yeah, I liked it. What was it again? I remember liking
It was like
but I can't even.
the minions all go into
remember.
like some building, like the spy building, and then
Oh yeah, they become like full agents. They get suited up.
and that was a fun thing. Pointing at them, it's like that one's you, Doug. That one's you, Mike. I mean, Doug and Mike are pretty
They
obvious.
were
'cause-
professional. It kind of made me want to get my shit together because my stuff together.
All right, well, yeah. Okay.
Because and I liked the super minions too. Those were fun.
Yeah.
Like the rock minion and all that.
Yeah. The Rock Minion was that one was Mikey, for
Yeah.
He
What
looked.
was I again? It was the big one, the big boy.
I don't remember which one. I just remember because those two were obvious which ones they were.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You could be the one who's like kind of looked like a conehead if you want.
Mm.
All right, so I'm just gonna
I'll write the
move,
bullet.
I think, because I got it all set up now. Oh crap! All right, so we're gonna put autographed print comic 1 into the cart. Yep, there we go. And then let me put. I hope that's saved when I just like backspaced out of it. And now we're going to where's the bag of rocks, because that's the other thing I was kind of interested.
You don't
in.
want boyfriend free girl song? Or
That's
whatever?
not. They're not selling that. You got to get a bootleg.
All right, here come the rocks.
Yep. All right, so yeah, check
$15.
out. All right. I can't believe
I
I'm
could
about to-
just go to Ruckersville and get you some.
Can you do that sometime? Go by Chris Chan's house and
Yeah, we could visit.
by the right next to the Kamala Harris sign that you put up that she drew herself.
Is that true?
Yeah, there's that photo of Barb, which is Chris's mother, for those who don't know. And it's like a photo of. I mean, she went and put a hand drawn like Kamala Harris sign into her old house, and you could see Barb in the window, and that was like the confirmation that Barb is still alive.
Wow.
So, yeah. So that was pretty funny. Maybe that's not funny. That's just kind of maybe not like maybe that's not funny, but that's still it's notable. It's historical,
Yeah.
All right, so now I gotta.
So you're putting your credit card information into this
Yep.
website.
Which is probably gonna be the biggest thing I regret in my life.
Yeah.
So for those who can't see it, the number is 493. No, I'm not gonna give it all for now. All right, so I'm about to. Oh wait, I can't even. Is it gonna? I can't even tell if it's shipping to the right house. Yeah. Okay. I better. Yeah. It's better. Best I check.
Shipping to
I don't.
global.
I think I'm accidentally not. Yeah. Oh, it was about to ship to the wrong house. Never mind.
Bag of rocks
Yeah.
and a comic book.
Yeah. I mean, that would be pretty cool. That's my home address that I have it shipped. Uh.
Your parents would ask some questions. Do you think they'd open it? Are your parents the kind
They
of
would
parents
not.
to do that?
No, they wouldn't open. They would like leave it there.
They'd leave it on your
until
bed.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah. This better.
You get home for Christmas and you got a little gift.
Yeah. There you go. From Christian. It's supposed to be here before Halloween.
Okay.
So there's that. This better work this. Pay the entire amount today. Yeah, I don't want to finance a.
Yeah,
comic book.
finance your Christian goods here.
All right, pay now. Here we go.
Okay. It's suspenseful.
Oh, thank you. Confirmed.
Confirmed. You're gonna get emails. You're gonna get a certification.
Yep. Email me with. Don't send me emails. Okay, so. Okay, it did get the.
Your bank's gonna ask about this.
They've asked me when I've like donated to streamers and stuff before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you remember AI Family Guy kind of?
Yeah.
I donated them a few times, and every time I'd be like, did you really make this purchase?
What'd you say? Wasn't it text to speech? What'd you say?
It was like you could suggest scenarios.
Oh, I see.
If it's still there, we'll do that for an episode sometime.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
Yeah. I mean, and before, like I said, no one's like no one who really cares about this is listening to that. Like, no one's listening to this who really cares about Christian stuff. But I'm just saying, it's people.
Well,
there are people.
know.
There's the whole like mindset of like if you patronize Christian, you're like a ween or whatever, and like you're like as bad as the troll. Like, look, I'm just buying this because I think it's funny. It has nothing to do with like it's more, and I want the items. Like,
you know what? It's a free country, right?
Yeah, it's a free country.
It's your money,
Jack.
right?
Yeah, like listen, fat.
Josiah Show funds.
Yeah.
Are paying for it. So
yeah, I don't think I've seen $4.95 from the show. Well, I mean that's not fair because like I'm doing this for fun. I don't care about getting paid for it.
Yeah.
And like, if anything, I think I should pay them for letting me do it. So, although don't get any ideas if they're listening to that. But that's a beautiful.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a beautiful thing. Now that I bought the Christian.
Yeah, we can fiddle with the rocks on the mic.
Yeah, we're gonna do like I'm not opening it until we do the show. Like I want it to like we open it on the show and like review it. That's gonna be fun. So yeah, applause for Chris Chan for making a good comic book, I guess. Wait, no, actually we should. That's inappropriate. We're not gonna play the applause for Chris Chan. But I was gonna say I'm not gonna buy a medallion, but I may buy a medallion in general. I'm gonna show you why because let me find. Do you know the guy who does the Chris Chan documentaries?
Yeah.
So he made a shop where he sells like Chris Chan related which some people argue is that like ethical or not. Okay, maybe not to like just sell what Chris Chan's selling, but so here it is. So we'll go through this because we haven't looked at this on the show, and we don't have a lot of time for like much other stuff. So maybe we'll just do this and like I don't know. We'll fill the time somehow. Yeah. But so these medallions are actually kind of so first of all, there's I'm not gonna go through what each of these are because it would take too long, but. Medallions of a bunch of Sonic Shoe characters. Jigglyami, there's Sylvana Roshu, Angelica Roshu, and they look pretty good.
How much are these?
$24.99 for most of these, and it's good because they're like a fraction of the cost of the Chris Chan ones. They look like the Chris Chan ones, but they're actually like better condition. So
no, did Chris Chan make these or are these knockoffs?
No, these are knockoffs.
Oh wow!
Which is why it's like saying, is this ethical? I really don't know because like maybe it's unethical to like no matter how bad Chris Chan is, like to take his medallions and start selling them yourself. Especially when like I got the copyright to prove it that I own Sonic Shoe. So maybe is it ethical? Who knows? But I don't really care because it's just funny and like, I mean I know that's like kind of a stupid like the whole like. There are people who have the mindset of like if someone's a bad person, you can do whatever you want to them because they deserve it. But so maybe that's like this is not like a good mindset, but it's like I don't really care. It's kind of just funny. So without like going through the entire review thing here, so there's the shirts as well, which also like he does shirts for like his general like Yeah,
it's a YouTube channel. Right? Yeah, Gino Samuel.
The Zap to the Extreme shirt with Sonic Shoe on it. There's the Want Woman shirt, which is pretty funny. There's
we should. Do you remember I was gonna do my own love quest here on campus?
Oh yeah, well you're done with that now, right?
Yeah, well I found.
Well yeah, we should. I mean, unless you don't care, then you can. But maybe we shouldn't go into the details of that for like privacy reasons. But it's too late for you now. We gotta find someone else. We'll find. But Maybe no. You know what? Maybe I'll wear this for the collecting votes for the collecting signatures for Prop 121.
Want woman
Yeah,
with
proudly
your
have it peeled like
flute.
Superman. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean I'm gonna probably get yelled at for that, but so there's a miniature Sonic totem. It's pretty cool.
Oh wow.
The 3D printed angry Sonic because that he sold to Mr. Smith. That one. Do you know the story with Mr. Smith?
No, I don't.
Back when I thought Christian selling the medallions like a relatively recent thing, like the past like 5 years before she went to prison or something. But like 10 years ago, she was already doing it. And this guy named Mr. Smith was the name he used. Bought a Sancho medallion, and I think she was like late on it or something. And so he started threatening, if you don't send it soon or like work on it soon or whatever, I'm gonna like put a strike on your eBay account. And Christian was basically like, make me. And so he did it, and then she eventually sent the medallion. And a drawing because it was like that was the agreement, and the Sonichu medallion was this basically. Like
it has red eyes.
Yeah, it has red eyes. It has angry eyebrows. Looks very pissed off.
Oh wow!
And the drawing was of like a buck, like of. It was like making fun. Maybe if I just look it up and I'll. It's
So Christian got back at this person.
Here's the drawing. Yeah, so it's like Sonichu pointing at Mr. Smith, and being like, "You couldn't just let good enough." Alone, could you, Mr. Smith? And there's a bucket of water that's about to fall on his head.
Oh my
I guess
goodness.
this is a picture. Is this a picture of the real guy? Yeah, that's a picture of the real guy who like kind of looks like, you can see the resemblance.
Yeah.
So they got the same like
Interesting
vacant
lore.
eyes, So it's pretty. Oh yeah, here's like a replica of it. I guess this is probably what Samuel's selling, but yeah. So that's the Sonichu medallion he got, and the drawing. And so then he said like, you completely screwed up my Sonichu medallion, and you sent me a drawing of me about to get like doused in water. So like, he demanded an apology video, and which she made, but she wasn't wearing the Sonichu medallion. He's like, that means you're being dishonest based on like Sonichu lore. So do another one, but wear the medallion this time. And that was like the end of the road. She's like, no, I'm not doing that. And so,
yeah, burnt bridge.
Yeah, unfortunately, what a shame. So good thing. I'm sorry to Mr. Smith that things went haywire, but. I guess, I don't know, maybe he should have just let good enough. And I'm sure that, because I kind of insulted his appearance, there's like a 90% chance that's not what he looks like, and that's like just a photo he sent out, because I'm sure the guy was like goofing around. Unfortunately, this is the problem. The Sonichu and Rose Shoe medallions are like sold out, so unfortunately, I'm sure they'll be back. Sonichu medallion is the most expensive at like $28, but that's a good price, I guess. I don't know, based on what, like $80 is the alternative?
Yeah.
But while we're here, I didn't come to just review the website, but I'm just kind of curious what else he has on here.
Gino Samuel's website.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Gino Samuel, he makes the documentary, right?
Yeah, and he also makes like he has music as well, which I've heard some of, and he does a good job. So good for him. But the shop is mostly Chris Chan related. And I like how he does his signature on the back of the medallion too, like Chris Chan does. Looks beautiful. Yeah, and then here's a Zap to the Extreme Sonichu. Oh, this is the shirt again. Yeah, looks great. I thought that was like a blanket or something for a second, because I was like, what's with the
sizing chart? Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe there is nothing else to like really look at. What is Gino Samuel product? Okay, that's like stuff he has. That's not really Christian related. So okay, good for him. So that's all with CWClight. I didn't know if I was gonna. Well, I kind of knew if I was gonna come back, I would have to buy something, because I gotta have a reason for why.
You gotta bring him on the show. We gotta fill those rocks.
I 100%.
We gotta read the comment.
I mean, if Christian would somehow come on the show, I would really appreciate that. That's not gonna happen. But if it did, that'd be cool. So props to Chris Chan for that. So okay, so.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to associate with Christian.
You don't
anymore. No.
No, I'm. Yeah, when I say props to Chris, I don't mean that like. I'm just like. I mean props for like the laughs. Not like props for.
Yeah, what
the
happened?
other stuff.